Hey guys, and welcome to today's class. My name is Owlrare, and this is Adventures with Owl. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please feel free to subscribe. For today, we're going to start at the top of our mats, hands come to heart center. And just allowing yourself to connect to the breath here, starting to close the eyes. And for our focus today, we'll be really getting into the hips here, so maybe starting to bring some breath, some energy to the hips. On an inhale, we bring the shoulders up to the ears. As you exhale, rolling the shoulders down and around the back. From here, we're going to slightly tuck the tailbone down and under. Slight bend into the knees as we inhale, the arms raise up to the sky. On the exhale, forward fold, letting it all go, really emptying the body of air. Slight bend into the knees here, just to allow space for you to bend deeper. And just staying with the breath here. Really letting yourself just melt into the pose. From here we take a deep breath and bend to the knees, the arms raise up to the sky, taking all that air. On the exhale, hands come down to heart center. Deep breath in, the arms raise up to the sky. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lifts the spine. On the exhale, press the hands down, walking right, then left foot back, finding your first high plank. Slowly lowering the knees down, allowing the toes to press down towards the mat here. And just moving around with the hips in space, finding what feels good for you. Now we're gonna practice here, pressing the toes down, lifting the knees away from the sky, coming back into our high plank. Stay with the breath here. Really pressing the floor away from you. Inhale, shoulders come over the wrists. Then on the exhale, bring those hips back and just walking your dog here. Really taking your time, bending into those knees, and then driving the heels down towards the floor. Really pressing the hands down into the mat, the outer elbows face towards the front of the space. Head floats through the gates of the arms. From here, a deep breath in, we bend into the knees, bring the gaze forward. On the exhale, walking the right foot forward, lower the left knee down to the floor, and slowly start to restack the vertebrae of the spine here. Take your time here. As you rise up, really feel yourself lengthen all the way up, arms raised on the inhale. As you exhale, bend a little bit deeper, getting into that right hip, as well as opening the left side quadricep. And so really think about squeezing those left glutes here to make more space in the front quads. We call this reciprocal inhibition. Make sure the right knee stays over the right ankle here. You can gaze forward up between the hands. I like to just keep my gaze forward sometimes here. Oh, there I go. And slowly on the exhale, the arms come back down to the floor. Bring your right leg to meet the left and fold. Bend into the knees. On an inhale, the arms raise, reach high. Exhale, hands come down to heart center. Inhale, arms raise high. On the exhale, deep fold. Deep breath in, halfway lift the spine. On the exhale, hands press down, walking right, then left foot back, coming back to your high plank here. Now my hips are a little high here, but you really want to have that flat back. And we're working here, if you notice your hands, you want to have a nice alignment. Pointer finger facing forward, thumb slightly turned in. repositioning yourself here. High plank on the inhale, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, press down nice and strong. Roll the toes under. Inhale, lifting upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Holding here for 1, for 2, for 3, for 4, and 5. From here we bend into the knees. Deep breath in brings the gaze forward. On the exhale, walk the right. Switch that out. We're going to walk the left foot forward. Coming into the other side. We'll lower that right knee down. And then again, just working to stack up the vertebrae of the spine. Take your time here. Really feel that lift as you gain length. The arms raise up to the sky. Gaze can be between those hands. Or if that becomes a little bit too much for the neck, you can always bring your gaze back forward. And now we're making sure that the left knee stays over the left ankle. And we're really opening out that right side quadricep muscle. If it feels really tight here, see if there's space for you to tighten up or engage the right side glutes. And this will help again to open up that front side quadricep. And just staying with the breath here. Take a deep breath in. On the exhale, the hands come back down. Bring your back leg to meet the front and forward fold. Inhale, we slowly rise up. Arms raise. On the exhale, hands come back to heart center, Samasthiti. Inhale, the arms raise here. On the exhale, we forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift the spine. On the exhale, hands press down. Hop, step, or float. If you float, come to bent elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Relax your face here. On the exhale, roll over the toes. Beautiful downward facing dog. And we're here for 1. For 2, for 3, for 4. Deep breath in. We lift that right leg high. On the exhale, bring the right knee in towards the chest. Inhale, the right leg lifts high again. On the exhale, in towards the chest. Inhale, last lift. Exhale, bring that leg. Oh, whoops, I tricked you. 1 more. Inhale. Hold it here at the top. Stay with your breath. Option to stick that leg out and point the toes. Staying here and breathing. Inner thighs work towards each other. We lift that leg higher. And as you exhale, bring that leg in. And we're transitioning into a pigeon pose. If that was too much for you, feel free to take your time to get there. We're bringing the right foot basically to the left wrist crease, and then the right knee is coming to the left wrist crease. And if you need to bring that heel closer in towards the groin, feel free to do so. From here, we're going to twist our body open to the left side. You can extend the left arm out. Right hand stays to the floor. And again, just staying with the breath. And we'll slowly bring the arm back forward. Inhale. On the exhale, slowly melting down into your pigeon pose. And just take some time here to melt down and breathe. This is the pose where we really get into that deep work. We allow the connective tissues of the body to slowly open and release here. And so instead of being in that kind of active state of being, or that active state of doing, we find ourselves in a more passive state of being. And in that passive state of being, that is where we find more space for flexibility in our practice, more space for flexibility in our hearts, and more space for love. And love takes a lot of flexibility, a lot of compromise. So how can we show self-love here? Maybe feeling yourself melting down a little bit more. And when you're ready, we take a deep breath in, the gaze comes forward. And as you exhale, we're opening up the left side body again. Just keeping that right forearm down. And just do this a few more times, really feeling the opening here. Deep breath in. Exhale, coming back down. Take your time as you slowly wrap yourself back up. And we'll extend that right leg back up to the sky. Deep breath in. On the exhale, bring it back downward facing dog. Right leg, or left leg, lifts up here on the inhale. Then on the exhale, bring the left knee in. Inhale, the left leg lifts up. Exhale, in towards the chest. Inhale, nice and strong. Exhale, in towards the chest. Inhale, left leg lifts up. Exhale, hold it there and breathe. Start to ground the right heel towards the floor. Stay connected to your core. Inner thighs work towards each other here. On the next exhale, slowly transition. Find your way into pigeon posture. Taking notice of the breath. And again, we'll open out. This time the right arm comes out to open. Left arm stays firm. Be planted on the mat. And we stay with the breath. As you exhale, slowly bringing the right arm forward. And take your time as you slowly melt down towards the floor. And again, option to bring the forearms down. Or you can walk the hands forward, finding what feels best for you. What helps you to feel the most connected in your body. And again here, we're really getting into just the yogic part of this practice, or I'd say the most yogic part in my opinion, where we really leave the space of doing and enter into a space of being. So take a few more moments here to just be. When you're ready, take a deep breath in. Slowly press your way up. Inhale, left leg lifts up to the sky. And slowly bring it down on the exhale. Slowly walking the feet up towards the hands. And then from here, see if you can walk your hands back. And start to squat down, bringing the hips lower towards the floor. So if you have really tight hips, like I do here, you can slowly just start to find your way into this pose, ease your way in. In time, the arms start to lift forward. Internally rotating the hands so the palms come to touch here. Towards the center of your heart, repositioning if you need to. And then maybe you interlace those fingers, bringing the palms away from you, allowing space for the head to drop down. Just stay with your breath. Deep breath in. On the exhale, slowly start to raise your hips up into a forward fold. Slightly rotating shoulders side to side like an elephant trunk until you come all the way up to stand nice and tall. Rolling the shoulders down around the back. The head is the last to raise. Coming back to stand at the top of your mat. Inhale as the arms raise up to the sky. On the exhale, arms open wide, send your heart up. Hips shift forward here. Tailbone tucked down and under. Heart open to the sky. As we bend deeper, we shift the hips forward. Is there space to open up a little bit wider here? How deep is your devotion to the practice? Stay with your breath. If your breath starts to become compromised in any way, slowly start to take yourself out of the posture. From here, we slowly start to bring the hands to touch overhead. Deep breath in. On the exhale, slowly standing up, stacking the vertebrae of the spine. Hands come down to heart center. Inhale, the arms raise. On the exhale, forward fold. Inhale, we halfway lift the spine. The exhale, press the hands down, coming back through your vinyasa. Option to skip the vinyasa here and just lowering down, coming into a child's pose. We'll all meet in child's pose. From child's pose, we'll have the arms extended overhead and just allowing the forehead to come down towards the mat. And again, we enter into a state of being. Just allowing yourself to melt here. Feeling the connection of the body with the floor. And when you're ready, we take a deep breath in. The gaze comes forward. On the exhale, walking the hands back towards the body. Just slowly starting to open up the neck here, maybe gazing to the left and to the right, and some neck circles here, just really flowing to your own degree. Just taking a moment here. Any spaces where you need to pause, feeling free to do so, and breathing. When you're ready, we'll slowly walk the hands back behind us and see if there's any space for you to slowly come back onto the forearms here. Maybe there's space to come all the way onto your back. Staying with the breath. And so this posture can be pretty gnarly for a lot of people, and it's okay if you're still up on the hands. If your quadricep muscles and the tendons that are connected to your knees are feeling really tight here, please know that you can always just come out of the posture a little bit more. Again, finding what feels good for you. We're here for a few more breaths. Take a deep breath in. The exhale, arms float back overhead. From here, press down into the forearms as you walk the elbows slightly in to create space to lift up. And slowly transition into a child's pose. From here, shift forward, patting down the tops of the feet. Cross the ankles behind you, coming into a seat. From here, finding a meditative seat. Just allowing that all to settle in. Any of the energy that was stagnant in the hips, anything that released in the spine here. Just allowing yourself to really enter into that state of being. From here, we shift the weight back, balancing on the tailbone. Now see if you can bring that low belly up and then working to extend your heart up to the sky again here. Staying with the breath. Maybe pointing those toes a little bit more. As you exhale, slowly lowering the legs down. Arms raise up on the inhale as you exhale, forward fold. Option to have a slight bend at the knees here as you reach towards those toes. And slowly working to ground the back sides of the legs towards the mat. See if you can relax the upper body a little bit more. And again, staying with the breath. When you're ready, we'll slowly release the hands from the toes. Inhale, we lift up. On the exhale, slowly rocking back, hugging the knees in towards the chest here. Rocking side to side. From here, we'll extend the right leg long, bringing the left knee in towards the chest. Extend your left arm out to the left side, and then using the right arm, bring that left leg over to the right side. Gaze comes over to the left, and breathe. And when you're ready, we'll slowly bring that leg back up. Release the left leg, right knee comes in towards the chest on an exhale. Deep breath in. On the exhale, extending the right arm to the right, gaze to the right. Right knee comes over to the left. And slowly rotating back to center. Both knees hugging. Take a deep breath in, big squeeze. Tighten every orifice of the body as you exhale, release it all out. Finding your way into the final resting posture of Savasana. And just letting it all go here. Take notice of the breathing here. And instead of judging or changing it, just acknowledge what's going on in the body. And taking notice of the thoughts here. The thoughts are starting to race. And maybe connect a little bit deeper to the breath. Taking a deep breath in Exhale, letting go. Allowing each thought to come and go. Allowing the body to be like a mountain. Instead of attaching to each thought or to each cloud in the sky. Just allowing each thought or each cloud to pass by. Instead of attaching, just being. Option to stay here for as long as you need. And again, I wanted to thank you all so much for taking the time to come out and practice with me. My name is Owlrare, and please feel free to hit that subscribe button. And we'll see you again soon on the mat. I have to get out of here. This was in Massachusetts and it was cold. Thank you.